and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah and the other half adults of Disney is Jeff. And in this video, we will be doing a full ship review of the Disney Wish. This is going to be similar to our resort reviews where we'll cover everything from the dining, the bars, the lounges, the entertainment. If you want to follow along with this and all of our other adventures, be sure to subscribe down below. We can't wait to share everything, and it's time for another adventure. Here is a tour of a veranda stateroom on the Disney Wish. When you first walk in, you're going to have the closets here on the left, and there are two sides to the closet, so there's plenty of space. Directly across from the closet on your right is going to be the bathroom, and it is a split bath. So on one side you'll have the toilet and sink, and since the ship is so new, everything is really clean and really nice. Directly next to it, there is the shower and tub combo with another sink. And again, the shower is beautiful. It was perfect for our cruise. And then here is the main bedroom space. We have a Tiana themed room, so there's some really fun Tiana artwork in the background there. You have the bed with outlets on both sides, which is a really nice. And then there is the Wish blanket at the end. Directly across from the bed, there is a TV, so it's perfect if you want to relax and watch some TV or movies in bed. And then over here is going to be the living room space, so you have a sofa which can be pulled out to be a sleeper sofa. There is some more Tiana themed artwork on the wall back here. And then directly across from it, there's going to be some storage, desk space, and there also is a mini fridge, which I will show you after it pulls out in one of those drawers. And then lastly is going to be the balcony veranda space, which is perfect. There's two seats out here and a table, so it's a perfect place to come relax. Some additional details for the room. So first, here is going to be a better look at that fridge. So the fridge kind of pulls out and there's plenty of storage in there. There are going to be a lot of outlets throughout the room, so there's plenty of those if you're looking to charge any items while you're here. And there is space under the bed if you'd like to store your suitcases under here, so that helps free up a lot of space as well. And then lastly, back here in the closet, there is going to be a safe back here. So if you'd like to store stuff in the safe, that is also available right here in your room for you to use. Also, for guests, if they want, there are laundry facilities on the cruise ship, so if you would like to do any laundry during your stay, this is available at an additional cost for guests. The Wish does have two water slides as well as a bunch of different pool areas and a splash area for kids. It's all going to be located up on the top deck. The water slide in particular has some fun screens, but we'll share all of that next. Here is a look at the main pool area up on the top deck. There are several smaller pools located throughout and hot tubs that guests can use. This space is also going to be where you have fireworks and some stage shows at night, so it's a really great space on the Wish. There are also a kids splash area that I'll show you here in a second, and an adult only pool area. But first up, I want to share the slide. So the Aqua Mouse is going to be the main water slide. We did it during dinner time, so it was a really short wait, and it's a really fun water slide. The way up, you have some screens and you see a story with Mickey and friends, and so that was a really cute way of kind of going up to the top of the slide. And then the water slide itself is kind of like an aqua coaster, and it was really fun. So I really loved the views from it, and I would definitely recommend this water slide. If you have little ones with you, there is the Toy Story Splash Zone. So this is again going to be meant for just little ones coming on the cruise ships, but the theming in here is great. You're going to have all of the different Toy Story characters, and there are going to be two little slides, so one located on each side of this splash area if little ones want to play on that. So if you again have little ones, I highly would recommend coming over here. And then in addition to the Aqua Mouse, there is this one other water slide. If guests would prefer this one, you can also use that throughout your cruise. If you do have anyone that wants a life vest, there are going to be life vests that you can use up in this pool area, so those are free to use. And there's plenty of seating up here on the top deck, so if you want to just relax outside between swimming or just relax in general, there's a lot of seating that is available. There are 3 rotational dining options here on the Disney Wish. Right behind me is going to be 1923. This is going to be split and you'll have one side that's Walt Disney, one side that's Roy Disney, but this will be one of the dining locations. There's also Arendelle, which is going to be Frozen themed and it has a show. And then the last one is going to be the World of Marvel, which will be Marvel themed. We'll share clips of each of those next. First up is Arendelle, and as I mentioned, this is going to be Frozen themed, and you're celebrating Queen Anna and Kristoff's engagement, which is a really fun theming around the meal. There are a lot of tables, and in the center is going to be a stage where you'll have Frozen characters and entertainment take place throughout your meal. The entertainment here was amazing, and this honestly was probably one of our favorite rotational dining we have done on a Disney cruise ship. And then the second dining option is going to be the World of Marvel. As you can kind of tell from the title, it's going to involve a lot of different Marvel characters, but the focus is going to be on Ant-Man and the Wasp. And in this restaurant, it will be surrounded by a lot of different screens. So a lot of things will happen on these screens throughout your meals. There are some interactive features for guests to take part in, but the main thing is going to be at the end of the meal, you do have a visit from Ant-Man and the Wasp, so that's probably the main highlight for this meal. And then the third dining option is going to be that 1923, which has that Walt Disney side and the Roy Disney side. And with the Walt Disney side, we had at dinner over here, we ate lunch at the Roy Disney side at one point, and they both feel very similar. This is definitely going to be more of the subdued dining option, so it's relaxed, there's really no show, but I will say that all of the display cases do have some really great art and props, so when you're in this restaurant, it's definitely worth walking around and kind of looking at and exploring all of those. And then when it's coming to more grab-and-go options, one of the main ones is going to be Marceline Market. This one is especially great if you're looking for a grab-and-go breakfast, quicker breakfast option. They do also have lunch, and at lunch, one of the main popular items is going to be the seafood bar. For me, I have a really, really big sweet tooth, so I always recommend going over and checking out the dessert options. As it being a grab and go, you can get as much as you'd like for these dining options. You can kind of go up and make multiple trips if you would like. And then when it comes to seating, there are going to be plenty of indoor seats. There's windows with views of the water. And then if you prefer to sit outside, there are going to also be some outdoor seating options. So if you want, you can head out there. Up near the pool area, there's also going to be several options where you can do grab and go items for lunch and dinner. And here you're going to have barbecue, so there's going to be a lot of different barbecue options. There's also a station that has pizzas. Donald's Cantina is going to have tacos and rice bowls. And then you have Goofy's Grill, which is going to have more burgers and hot dogs. All of the food we had up here was very good, and our favorite is going to be the barbecue items and the cantina. So we had some bowls. They were all delicious, and up here you can sit around the pool area, or there also are going to be some views out of the water. And then if you're looking for a grab and go dessert, there's going to be Minnie's ice cream. They do have some unique flavors, like one day when we stopped by, they had pineapple and mango ice cream, and then they'll typically also have your traditional vanilla and chocolate, so you can just walk up and grab as much of this as you'd like. And then if you're up early in the morning or even throughout the day, if you want coffee, there are going to be coffee stations. So there's decaf and regular coffee, there's sodas, and then also grab and go tea if you'd like those. And then if you want some additional dessert options, there's also Joyful Sweets. However, the thing to be aware of in here is that these items are going to be an additional cost, whereas all of the other dessert and food items that I've mentioned so far are going to be included with your cruise. One other area that will be an additional cost dining option is going to be the adult-only dining experiences. So this is what it's like when you're walking into the adult-only dining area. There is also a bar up here. And when it comes to the adult-only dining options, the first one is going to be Palo. So Palo will serve brunch and dinner, and it has some nice views out of the water, and there's several different seating arrangements up here. There is also Beauty and the Beast touches throughout all of the adult-only dining options, so I really appreciate this, but again, you have to remember that these dining options are an additional cost, and reservations are always recommended ahead of time. Enchante will be the more expensive of the two dining options, of the two adult-only dining options, I should say. and it will still have the Beauty and the Beast theming. Here's an idea of what the interior is, and this will offer brunch, dinner, and they also do have a dessert experience. We did the dessert experience and it was really nice, but it is definitely a lot of dessert, so I would only recommend it for people that really enjoy desserts. The Wish is going to have so many bar and lounge options, so if you're looking for places to be able to sit back, grab a drink, you have a wide variety on this ship, and I think it's one of the big perks of this ship. All of the bars and lounges though are going to be like smaller, more intimate spaces. Right now we're here in the Hyperspace Lounge. This is probably one of the best themed, if not the top best themed one here on the Wish. It's going to be Star Wars. It has a lot of really fun details, but we will share a few of our favorite bars with you up next. The Hyperspace Lounge has absolutely amazing theming, so again, if you're a Star Wars fan, I would recommend it, but even if you're not, I would still recommend it. We liked having seats at the bar because you were able to easily see that screen in back, so you'll do things like jump to light speed and travel to different places, which was really fun. And the drinks in here were really good, so the cast members were fabulous, the drinks were good, and they were also really fun drinks. So we had a great time in this bar. Directly across from the Hyperspace Lounge is going to be the Bayou. This one is going to have subtle nods to Princess and the Frog. The lounge space feels slightly larger, so it's a little bit easier for us to come in here, be able to grab a drink, and then relax. So if you're looking for more of a relaxed, convenient bar, I would definitely recommend this one. Nightingale's is going to be a great bar, especially if you like gin drinks. So it's going to have more subtle theming, but for the entire cruise, it had my absolute favorite drink. So my favorite drink of the whole trip was this tropical frozen bubble. It was not only an absolutely delicious drink, it was also interactive, which I really appreciated. So they gave me the gin in this ice bubble and then a hammer, and you got to break the ice open so that the gin was then mixed in with the rest of your drink. So I absolutely loved this drink. And then Jeff's favorite drink came from Hook's Barbery. Hook's Barbery is actually a barbershop during the day, and then at night in this one corner area, they will take this wall and it opens up, and then it becomes a full service bar focusing on old fashions. And they had a ton of different alcohols that you could pick from, or you could just leave it up to the bartender to let him recommend something. And the bartender here was absolutely fabulous, so they'd customize the drink to your preferences. Hook's Barbery is only open for a few hours a day, so I would definitely recommend popping in if you have an interest in it when it is open. And then lastly, there is the Rose. So the Rose is going to be the bar located in the adult-only space, so if you're looking for an adult-only bar, this is available. There are a lot of different activities to do here on the Disney cruise ship. For the kids, there's going to be kids club areas that they can go and explore. There's going to be trivias and character meets, so we will share some of those items with you next. The Walt Disney Theater is going to be the main theater for the live action shows that will take place throughout the cruise. There'll be a show every night of the cruise, and we love them. We would definitely recommend coming to these shows throughout your trip. If you're looking to watch a movie, there's going to be 2 different cinemas located on the ship, in addition to the movies that will take place or be displayed up by the pool area. The Wonderland Cinema is a small cinema, and it's going to have Alice in Wonderland theming. And then right next to it, you will have the Neverland Cinema. Again, these are going to play different movies throughout your trip, and they are both smaller theaters, but it's perfect if you kind of want to come over and just have a place and relax and watch a movie. And then if you're looking for more active activities, you have the Hero Zone. So over here, they will have basketball courts, they'll have foosball, so a variety of different athletic games. But our favorite thing in this area is that during the cruise, one day it transforms into the Incredigames, which is an obstacle course you can come do, which that was so fun. There are also a bunch of characters that you can meet, so they'll be located outside of the ship and then also inside the ship. So we always recommend visiting with some of the characters during your cruise. If you have a little one that wants to go to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, this is also available on the Disney Wish. I would recommend an appointment if you're able to get one ahead of time, but you can always inquire about walk-up availability. They have a variety of outfits that will be available for purchase on the ship, and then you also have the salon area in the back, and again, this will be an additional cost. There are also options for adults. So you have Untangled Salon, which is going to be a full service salon for adults. If you're looking to book an appointment here, you can always come in and check for availability. And then there also is Hook's Barbery, which serves as the bar as well that I mentioned before. So a lot of different salon options for adults on here as well, which is really nice. And then there are a variety of different spaces which are used primarily for informational sessions or trivia. Probably the most popular one is going to be the Luna, and Luna is going to be a 2-story type of setup, and it has a stage at the bottom. This was used a lot of times for any type of games. So if you have interactive games that were taking place, you could sit down by the stage or up top. And then Keg and Compass is a bar, so it's a sports bar, a pub style if you want to come in, but this was also one of the locations that was used for a lot of the trivia. So if you're looking for trivia, a lot of times it'd be located in here. The Oceaneer Club is for guests ages 3 to 12. When you first walk in to the left, you're going to have this Star Wars cargo bay area, and it has some amazing details in here. It definitely reminds me of Galaxy's Edge, so if your kid is a Star Wars fan, they're really gonna love this whole space. Just down the hall is going to be the Marvel Superhero Academy, and in here there's going to be some really fun details. I really enjoy the theming in here, and there's the big Avengers A along the back wall. Some of the other fun details are going to be the costumes, so the different Avenger character outfits that they have here in the middle. And there's a really fun mural, so if you're looking for pictures, this mural is really fun. And then back here there also are bathrooms for the kids to use, and I love that even in the bathrooms they have some really fun details and characters in here. And then across the way is probably my favorite area, which is this fairy tale hall. This is going to have some rooms that are going to be themed to different Disney princesses. So the first one here is going to be the one after Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So in here you have some great Beauty and the Beast details. It definitely reminds me of Beast's Library, and the fake fireplace is really fun. And then across from this, you're going to see on the ceiling that you have all the different nods to the princesses. So over here is going to be the Tangled one. And in here, of course, are going to be some amazing Tangled items. You have like Rapunzel's frying pan in the back corner. There's some really cute paintings that have been done to the wall. And then you have her art easel here on the side. And then the last room is going to be one that is themed after Frozen. And when you're in this room, it really does feel like you're in a room in Arendelle. So they did a great job with all the details in here. There's the artwork with Anna and Elsa, and this whole space is just so fun. Right across from it is going to be the Imagineering Lab. So in here, there's going to be a bunch of tables. So if kids are wanting to draw or do any crafts, there's tons of space in here for them to do that. In here, there's also going to be the virtual rides. So these rides are really fun, and I have to imagine kids have a great time playing in them. And then the last area in here is going to be Mickey and Minnie's Captain Deck. And this is going to be more of a place where kids can come in, they can climb and explore and just kind of play around in this whole space. So this is also really fun. If you go through the Mickey and Minnie's Captain space, you're going to then eventually hit the nursery. While the kids clubs are free, the nursery is going to be an additional cost. So all the other kids clubs though are included with the cruise. There's fun theming in here, and probably my favorite theming is going to be what they have in here where the cribs that the kids can come in and take a nap. Edge is going to be the area for guests that are ages 11 to 14, so this is going to be the space in here. There's a lot of different games that they could play, and then they're also welcome to come in and interact with the cast members. We just made it into Vibe, so this is going to be the final kids area. It's going to be for the oldest teens, so I believe it is 14 to 17, but it's really nice. I like the windows, they can look out, it's a perfect space for them. The Wish does have an adult-only space, so right now we're in the middle of the Cove Bar. There's also the pools, so that's nice here that they have the jacuzzis as well as the pool, which is almost like an infinity-style pool that looks out on the water. They are a little bit small, but there's a lot of seating back here in the adult-only space. And then the last thing that's back here is going to be Cove Cafe, where you can go and get specialty coffees. Those, however, will be an additional cost. Here is a look at the pool and hot tub areas back here in the adult-only space. They're definitely going to be smaller pools, however, it is really nice and has an amazing view out of the backside of the ship. And then there also are going to be lots of seats back here. So here are some of the more lounge spaces, and the bar is going to be located right here during the day. And then directly to the side, you'll find Cove Cafe. This also gives you an idea of some of the lounge seating looking out over the water that's available here in the adult only space. So Cove Cafe is just going to be located over around this corner. And then when you go into Cove Cafe, you can order and get your drinks to go, or there also is going to be plenty of seating back here. So if you'd rather just kind of have your drink and relax here inside, that's also available. The coffee beverages here, as I mentioned, are going to be an additional cost. So they have everything from just regular coffees to more lattes or any type of coffee drink that you might enjoy. Senses Spa is another adult-only space. They offer a variety of different services, everything from massages to a rainforest room that you can use. So we'll go and show you what the rainforest room is next.
We just made it into the rainforest room, so for this you can book a pass for the stay of your cruise. Right now it's $166, but we've been on other rainforest rooms in other cruises, and this one is really nice.
In the rainforest room on the Disney Wish, you have this first main space when you enter, and there is a cold sauna here, and the cold sauna was very cold, but it also smelled amazing. Outside of that, there are going to be these heated seats, so if you want to relax inside, those are available. And the outdoor space is huge, so there's a ton of seats out here, and then there also are hot tubs if you want to go and kind of relax in those out here. Across from the spa is going to be the fitness center, so the Senses Fitness Center is free and open to all guests to use. In addition to the bicycles and ellipticals, they do have separate spaces where you can do things such as yoga, and then they do also have a separate room that has bikes for spin classes.
One thing that I haven't had a chance to talk about yet is going to be the app. So you have the Disney Cruise Line app. I would highly recommend downloading it beforehand, but if not, you can always download it when you get on the ship. But in there, it's going to list all the different activities that you can do. It's going to have all the dining options and the hours for those dining options. And it will also have all of the menus. So if you want to check out any of the menus beforehand, those are all there as well. But it's really convenient. There is Wi-Fi on board, and Disney gives you free Wi-Fi to use the app. But if you want to use anything outside of that, like check emails, social media, that you would have to purchase internet access for. So definitely, again, download that app, and then you have free Wi-Fi to use for the app on board. You can also use the app to communicate with other guests in your party. There's a little chat feature within there. But if you want to use anything outside of that, again, any other internet options, then you'll have to purchase that at an additional cost to use it throughout your cruise.
If you're looking to do some shopping while on your Disney cruise, there are some stores available. Mickey's Main Sales is going to be the main one, and in here they'll have a variety of different souvenir options. So we really enjoyed a lot of the Wish items. They'll have items for adults and for kids. The one thing to be aware of when you're looking to do some shopping is that the shops on the Disney Wish will only be open when you're at sea. So if you're at port, they will be closed. So if you're looking to buy anything, make sure to take advantage of it when it is open when you are at sea. One fun souvenir that we noticed is that there's a ton of art that is displayed on the Disney Wish, and they have these kiosks so you can purchase some of the art and ship it home if you want. The last thing I want to point out is going to be right off of the main atrium space. So there's going to be some desks that you can see right here, and then here's kind of the look out to the whole lobby. But located up here are going to be guests with cast members to help with port adventures if you need any assistance with that, and then also anything related to guest services.
I want to share our thoughts about the Disney Wish. When we came on the ship, honestly, we weren't sure if we were going to like it. We weren't sure if the style was for us, and we've heard the layout just since we've been on the other ships. We've heard if you're familiar with those, the layout can really throw you off, but honestly, we really enjoyed it. So the Disney Wish was absolutely wonderful. All of the details that they have throughout the ship are amazing, so we really appreciated the tons of Disney details throughout, both the obvious ones as well as some of those hidden details. And then we really enjoyed the dining experiences, so all of those were really good, especially Arendelle was absolutely amazing. And then there are a ton of different bar and lounge options, so it's really fun having all of those different options. The downside is that since there are a lot of smaller spaces, rather than some big bars and lounges or big entertainment spaces, they can become very full. So for example, the Star Wars bar, all up until the last day, was extremely busy, so it was hard to get a seat in there, but it's really well themed. But again, the trade-off for like the more intimate spaces is that it can be a little bit harder to get spots. Similarly, for like trivia, we would recommend showing up early, just because if you weren't there early, it would sometimes be hard to get a seat, again, because they're smaller spaces. But overall, we really enjoyed the ship. This is a really, really nice ship. Always, we would say, we would recommend picking the itinerary that you want the most over the ship that you want, but the Wish is absolutely beautiful. We had a great time, and I hope to be able to come back on it sometime soon. Thank you all so much for following along with us. If you want to follow along with more adventures, please be sure to subscribe down below, and we can't wait to share more fun with you soon.